super hot because I was at the gym this morning and I didn't want to go to the gym this morning. It was a fight. But I went threw on a sweatsuit. And sweated out all that negativity. Well, welcome back. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the crossover podcast. This is episode 4, and I'm excited to share with you today. And I'm so pumped because this is an important message, I believe. And let me just remind you what the vision is of this podcast. I think it's important, for me anyway, keep it in front so I can remind myself, get down and record this podcast because, the Lord gave me a mandate and I got to stay true to that mandate. And it's just where faith, family, and the fight meet. Like in the ring of life, I'm going to talk about struggles we all face. I'm going to talk about the victories that we're chasing. I'm going to talk about the legacy that we are trying to build. I am going to try to inspire you with every episode. I'm going to inspire you. I'm going to try to strengthen your family. I'm going to speak life over you, challenge you. That is my heart. I want you to keep the faith and fight the good fight no matter what comes your way. So today, I'm going to talk real quick about something that I think all of us wrestle with. It's more prevalent today than it was when I was in my 20s or my 30s. Yes, I'm 41. I know I don't look it, but geez. The tension between the platform and purpose. We live in a society in our world today that's unlike any other moment in history. Even when I was young, I was born in the 80s, so I believe it's the best generation because we got the 80s, then the 90s, and we saw the Y2. We made it through Y2K and all that fun stuff. But today, more than anything, everybody wants followers, more influence, more visibility. And listen, there's nothing really wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to make an impact. But here lies a trap within that desire is that when you chase the platform, whatever the platform may be, when you chase after a platform without first knowing your purpose, you will always end up empty. Think about David in the Bible and the scriptures. King David, like he wasn't chosen because he had the biggest following. He wasn't picked because he had a stage or a platform or, his brothers loved him so much and his family loved him so much. David was anointed and then sent to a field. He wasn't even invited to when the prophet came to look for the next king. And he asked the father, hey, bring all your sons. The dad didn't even think of David, who was in the fields keeping the sheep, which is considered the low job in the totem pole. But he wasn't even invited. He was overlooked, forgotten, unseen. But as the prophet went and looked at every one of the brothers up and down, they had all the goods, man. They had all everything there was, man, I would follow this guy from a visual. I would follow this guy from a visual, like the skills, the talents, tall, all that stuff. But God wasn't looking for that. David, in obscurity, God saw him. And maybe that's you right now. Maybe you feel, or maybe you're at a place where you feel obscure, like nobody notices your efforts, your prayers, your hard work. But I want to remind you, God sees you. God sees your hard work. God sees your effort. And God honors it. So I want to give you some truths. Here's the first truth if you don't know this already: faithfulness is always greater than fame. Faithfulness is always greater than fame. See, platforms are given by people, but purpose is given by God. And that's the thing, man. The applause of people fades, but the approval of God remains and sustains us. You see, faithfulness, showing up, constantly doing what the Lord has called you to do, what is always greater than anyone's applause or how many followers or whatever the case might be. What has God called you to do? How do you know He's called you to do it? Because platforms can be a trap. Hey, come over here. Hey, I want to hear you do this. Hey, if you. Think about all the scams that are out there right now with social media. Like people are like, they'll send you a message and they're like, and if you haven't yet, stay around. They will. We can help grow your follower content. Just pay us $57. You pay $57 and you get all these bots. They're not even real people trying to purchase your followers. Why? Because the platform can be given by people, but purpose is only given by God. And when you have your purpose, you don't really care about the following. God will take care of the rest, right? Galatians 6:9 says, let's not grow weary in doing good. In due season, we'll reap if we don't give. Let's not grow weary in doing good. For in due season, we will reap if we do not give up. As a preacher in the church, as a pastor for 17 years, this verse is very true. Weariness will come as you're doing good because you're wondering. Even David said it, man. How come I see the wicked prosper? Everything seems to be going well for them, but for me, it's everything seems like a battle, a fight. Listen, we all have our own stories God is writing. We will reap. We will reap good things because we've sown good things. And listen, when you are driven by purpose and that platform, you'll get through those tough times, those weary times, those times when you want to quit. You'll be able to get through those seasons because it's God as the one who is leading you. It's God, the one that's leading you through the valley of the shadow. It's the Holy Spirit that's leading you into the wilderness to be tempted. Those kind of things. There's too many people giving up too quick because the platform isn't what it is. Well, you probably started the platform without finding the purpose first. Think about this. In sports, we have a backup quarterback. Most fans don't know who their backup quarterback is unless you're on the Browns, and everybody knows all the backup quarterbacks because they're waiting for the next one to start. But most fans don't even know it until the starter gets injured. And once the starter goes down, all of a sudden, in that moment, the game is in their hands. In that moment, the backup who has stayed ready, who has studied, who is prepared in the shadows, in the unseen and obscurity, those are the ones who succeed in this when the spotlight finally hits, when it's time for them to jump on that field. And that's how it works in life. That's how it works in life as long as I've seen. Stay faithful in obscurity. Stay faithful when you're overlooked. Stay faithful when you work through those feelings, right? Just to stay committed, stay faithful. God is going to prepare you for an opportunity to shine, an opportunity to step into the field. Nothing's worse than you get an opportunity you're not prepared for. What's that saying? I stay ready, so I ain't gotta get ready. Right? Too many Christians be trying to get ready when the time comes. Come on, man. Stay ready. Stay in your word. Seriously, stay in your word. Seriously, feed your spirit, your inner man with the word. Pray in the spirit. Get filled up every day. Don't forsake that. Don't forsake the assembly. Get to church. You can watch people preach online. That's fine. That's great. But you still need the fellowship. You still need accountability. You still need people that'll sharpen you. Iron sharpens iron. And you need people like that in your life. Here's the second thing I want to tell you. Purpose. I've been talking about burnout in the last 3 episodes, and I'm kind of using this episode as a bridge into our next conversation I'm talking about. But what protects a person from burnout is purpose. Purpose protects you from burnout. If you're chasing a platform, you're going to burn out because the goalpost is always moving. It's always going to move. It's not you will never be satisfied because you're like, man, when am I going to get there? When am I going to arrive there? When am I? I'm almost there. It's almost there. The breakthrough's almost there. You know what? Being a leader in the church, I often hear that. It's coming. It's coming. It's right there. Revival's right there. It's almost there. It's like the goalpost keeps moving. And if I'm honest, it could be very discouraging. I'm like, come on, man. When? When? Like the whole thing with the dude predicting the rapture. And he went on a podcast. I was like, the 23rd is going to be the rapture, 23rd, 24th. A billion% chance I believe it's going to happen. That's what he said. And then they invited him back on the 26th. He said, I won't be here. He showed up again. But he, gaslit everybody. And it was false prophet. But I'm serious, man. Like, if the goalpost keeps moving, you're going to burn out. 1 minute you have a great moment. Maybe you have 100 followers and now you want 1,000. You can get just 100, then I get 1,000, and then 10,000, then 1,000,000. It's never going to be enough. But when you live with purpose, your why anchors you. Your why anchors you. You can face disappointment, you can face rejection, you could face obscurity, and you could still keep going because you're not living for the applause of people. You're not living for sometimes what these eyes see. You're living for obedience. God, you told me to do this, and I'm here. I'm serving you. I wish more leaders understood this principle because you won't get caught in the trap of chasing numbers. Come on, man. I can floss poetically with the best of them. Yeah, but numbers means people, a story, and everybody's story matters. So that's why we count numbers. Nice faking. You're faking. You count numbers because there's a financial bottom line. And if you have great numbers, it's going to impact your pocketbook. Ooh. So I don't care how holy. I've been around too many circles, too many backroom conversations with leadership. I've heard too many people talk out one side of their mouth and out the other. Or what's that saying? Talking out both sides of your mouth. So you'll never be satisfied. One of the sayings that is ingrained in my DNA is a saying that I did with my old youth ministry leadership team called Backstage. Shout out to Backstage. Miss y'all, love y'all. Was whether there's 10 people, 100 people, 1,000 people, we're still going to love the same, serve the same, treat them the same. I'm going to still be the same person. I'm going to preach the same. I'm going to love the same. If it's 2 people in the room or if there's 2,000 people in the room. That's not Christianese or Eve. That's what purpose does. So now as a pastor of a small church, I look at, you know, um, what God is doing now, right? I'm not chasing a moving goalpost. Oh, it's gonna happen tomorrow. The breakthrough's coming. The breakthrough's in the moment, right there in that moment. People have showed up to worship the Lord. Let's do this. Whether there's 10, 100, 1,000, we are gonna worship God. What an amazing. So that's my realm, right? That's my sphere. If you're a ministry leader, listen, don't get so caught up. Don't get pressured into performing for numbers. Let your purpose drive you. But when you live with purpose, your why anchors you, understanding that you could face disappointment, rejection, obscurity, all of these things because you're not living for applause. You're living for obedience. Look at all the social media influencers in the world. One viral video, and now they're on a treadmill, right? Desperate, they're trying to recreate it. One's trying to make it happen, trying to stay relevant, things like that. People with purpose, they don't burn out the same way. They don't burn the same way. Not chasing, they're not chasing validation. They're anchored in their calling, right? And then finally, and finally, obedience. Stay obedient to your purpose, to what the Lord has put in your heart. Stay obedient, and that obedience will open doors. Just don't get stuck waiting for the big break, waiting for it to happen. Don't waste your life. Don't waste your energy trying to manipulate a moment. Just be obedient where you are. What is God telling you now? And do it. Proverbs 18, verse 16 says this: a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. In other words, stay sharpening your gift in the unseen places, and God Himself will open the right doors at the right time. Think of King David. Before he slew Goliath in the wilderness, in the unseen, he slew the lion and the bear, right? So, in the unseen, sharpen your gift, sharpen your purpose, identify your identity, and stay there and acknowledge that and grow in that. Obviously, I'm a Browns fan, so think about Myles Garrett for a second. He just didn't wake up one day. This guy's just amazing athlete, right? And he just doesn't wake up and dominate the NFL, right? It was years of unseen training. It's discipline that's not seen, sacrifice that's not seen. And now the whole world sees the results of what was done in secret. Your unseen obedience is the foundation for your visible breakthrough tomorrow. Your unseen obedience today is the foundation for your visible breakthrough tomorrow. So here's this crossover moment for the week. I want you to do one act of faithfulness that nobody else sees. Nobody else. Serve without posting it. Encourage someone privately. Pray when no one knows you're praying. Because God honors those secret places, those hidden places. The platform will fade. They always do. But purpose lasts forever. Remember, this is the Crossover Podcast, where faith, family, and fight meet. Keep showing up in faith, keep strengthening and loving your family, and keep fighting the good fight, because your purpose matters more than any platform. See you next time. stay connected with Crossover Podcast by hitting that subscribe and like and share. Put the notification bell on so you know when I go live. I try to go live every Monday. You'll get an episode. But I'm also thinking about doing a little bit more during the week, as far as maybe going live every now and then. So please like and subscribe on your podcast so that you're notified, and spread the word. Share it. Love it. Thank you so much. Appreciate the love. Catch you next time.